It is currently 10 a.m. Usually don't wake up this late, but today's Sunday. I don't set an alarm on Sundays because I don't have calls on Sundays. So just woke up, about to go for a walk instantly. Got the salt water right here to rehydrate. My sleep last night was a little chalked. And the reason I say that is right now it's like allergy season. So it's going from a winter to spring kind of, or I don't know, we're in spring right now. So everything's booming. I open the windows at night because I want the room cold, but it clogs my nose as my nose is clogged. So then that causes me to mouth breathe. And if you don't know, mouth breathing is one of the worst things you can do in your sleep because it makes your sleep 10 times worse. It messes with your jawline. It can make you sick. So hopefully my nose clears up after this walk, or I'm going to have to close the windows at night because I don't want to be mouth breathing at night. But aside from that, got 8 hours of deep sleep last night. And we're going to go to church. We're going to walk to church about 2 miles. I like to walk pretty much everywhere. Really allows me to get my steps in. Today's an active rest day. So today we're going to do 12,000 steps and hill sprints today. So I'll walk you through that today. But right now we're on a cut. We are currently 213, 214 at around 10% body fat, but we're going to try to get to 7 to 8% body fat in the next couple weeks. So I'm going to walk you through a day of what I'm eating, how I train, what I do, because we still have a couple calls today, so maybe I'll take you along with that. But the diet's the most important thing, you know. If you really want to get shredded, especially for summer, you got to lock in your diets. My diet right now is locked in with the calories, with the macros, with everything. So we're going to walk to church, come back here, rip a butter coffee, and then after that, we're going to eat the first meal, which might be a little unique to you guys. We'll have to see. But yeah, we're going to go for a walk and reset the brain, because when you wake up in the morning, you got to reset your brain because it's really clouded from sleep, especially if you wake up and look at your phone. So wake up, go for a walk, and then we get into things. All right, so we just got back from church. Getting some more sea salt and water in. You already know. I'd recommend every time you drink water to add salt to it if you can, especially like a mineral salt like Baja Gold. It's just gonna hydrate you way more, be way more productive, experience no low energy, brain fog, whatever, because you know that you're hydrated. So got that, and as you can see over there, cooking up the coffee. This is organic black coffee. This is the best coffee I've ever had. So we'll do that. Right now it's 12:30. Probably not gonna eat another meal or eat a meal yet. It's like 2 more hours. Just keep the fast going. Already hit 10K steps today. We're gonna go for like 5K more later and then do the sprints as well. So really good active rest day for sure. But in church, there's just so many people who look like shit, just overweight, didn't look healthy, skin's almost like red, like they're inflamed, and you just know that their diet's shit. You know that their lifestyle shit, but some of them might even be hungover, you know. Sunday morning, maybe Saturday night, they drank a bunch. Like, how do you let yourself get like that? Especially when you're like 30, 40 years old, and it just becomes like a norm for you to just feel and look like shit. And this is what I was talking about earlier, actually on my Instagram, that my body and my mind are so connected where if I eat processed food, if I eat some junk, I feel it. My body tells my mind that whatever I put in my body, whether it's processed food, alcohol, that this shit needs to stop. Because I'll get low energy, I'll get brain fog, I'll become sluggish and just feel like shit. And once you adapt that lifestyle and that connection with your body and mind, you never want to eat processed food again. I never want to go back to drinking alcohol again, eating fast food, Chipotle, whatever it may be, because I know if I do those things, I'm going to feel like shit because my body's going to tell my mind and there's no escaping it. But none of you, a lot of you don't have that connection. You don't have that connection with your body and your mind. And when you eat this processed food, when you drink alcohol and you do all this stuff, it's normal for you. You don't get any repercussions because your body's just so used to it. And until you adapt the new lifestyle, completely clean out your diet, completely eliminate alcohol, you're never gonna feel like that. But once you do, it's insane how you feel. You feel like you've just unlocked a new version of yourself. Like you just went from level 2 to level 10. But until you clean out all the bad shit, you're never gonna reach that level. And I wish I could tell everyone in church that. I wish I could go up on stage and be the priest and tell everyone that, because everyone looks so unhealthy. Everyone needs to hear that, because if they did hear that, they would actually make a change, as opposed to keeping that lifestyle for 5, 10, 15 years, and they're never gonna change. All right, so we got the butter coffee going down. About to take some calls in a second. I actually just posted a new YouTube video as I'm recording this, the free diet plan. So I'll probably pop that up somewhere so you can go and watch that, because that video is insanely valuable. If you go watch that video and you change your diet to that exact diet plan, you will get shredded in no time, 100%. But we're just doing client work, writing down things, planning things, because today's Sunday. We don't really take many calls. I actually do have a call coming up just with one guy who said he can only talk on Sunday. But then we're gonna do some work, plan some things out, get some videos recorded, and then we'll finally eat. So we're gonna take this call, plan some things out, and then you'll probably catch me eating the first meal to get shredded. Okay, so on the cut, we limit carbs. So the first meal is just gonna be beef with some pasture-raised eggs. So we're gonna do a pound of beef and 3 eggs, and then we're just gonna break the fast with this orange to aid digestion, because usually I eat the fruit before, not after, unless it's like a high glycemic fruit that I'll eat after to reduce the blood insulin spike. But I'm gonna eat this orange, cook up this meal, and then we'll probably just go do the sprints after this next call. But yeah, cutting, you just gotta eliminate the carbs and walk more. So I'm already at 10K steps a day. I'm gonna do a couple more steps later, but it's really not that hard when you understand what you gotta do. Also, when I'm cutting, I increase my protein. So this is gonna be like 100 grams of protein, and then later we're probably gonna eat like 130, 140, because I like to hit like 250 grams of protein or 240 grams of protein throughout the whole day. So we'll do that. We're gonna eat this, then we're gonna sprint, and then we'll do like a little walk, and then later we'll eat the meal. But only 2 meals a day on an active rest day. On the other days after the workout, I'll come back, eat some eggs, go for my second walk, and then I'll eat a meal. So I'll do 3 meals, one like very tiny, just eggs, nothing else, and then the other full meals. But yeah. So the beef, eggs, and Redmond's real salt, it's all you need when you're on a cut, basically carnivore at this point, except for the fruit we ate before. Gonna get this meal in, take one more call, and then we're gonna go do the sprints. Yeah, pretty simple, as you already know. The only difference of this meal compared to when I'm bulking is just adding more rice. So just eliminated the rice. Pretty simple, nothing complex, very easy to make. You can do this, anyone can do this. It just comes down to how badly you want it. This meal will keep me full for the next 6 to 8 hours as well. So I probably won't eat till like 8, 9 p.m., maybe 7 p.m. If you wanted to eat a little earlier before bed, you could do that. But very simple, 2 meals. Gonna eat this, and then we're gonna go do the workouts. So catch you then. Okay, so I forgot to inform you guys that I was letting my meal digest after. So Right now it's 5:30. It's been like 2 hours since I ate that meal. Sea salt, some water, of course. But just wrapped up, couple calls. About to go do the workout now. Just a sprint workout. Gonna get some quick sugars with the raw honey. This is in plastic, some bullshit, but the one that I had in glass just ran out. So this is actually local raw honey, so it's really good for allergies and stuff, which can come around sometimes. Right now I'm kind of getting allergies, as I talked about before, because I leave the windows open when I sleep. But this helps a lot. This will help a lot. Salt water will help a lot, and just going outside. So gonna go do the sprint workout, gonna walk 5,000 steps after, and then we have a group call with all my clients tonight, so we're gonna get that done, and then we're gonna eat the second and final meal. So I'm gonna do this honey. Just like 40 calories, nothing crazy. I don't know how many calories I'm at. Pound of ground beef, 3 eggs, and an orange and some honey. That's all I've eaten today, with a little bit of butter in the coffee. So that probably puts me at like 1,400, maybe a little less. I'll pop it up right now, how many calories I'm at. Usually I'm aiming between like 2,800 on a daily basis to really shred down. If I wanted to shred down slowly, I would do 3,000 to 3,200. That would take off like a pound a week, maybe half a pound a week for me. But I want to shred down as soon as possible, so that way I can just maintain at like 208, 210. So right now I'm in like a 500, 600 calorie deficit, because my maintenance is pretty high with my testosterone, my muscle mass, and my metabolism. So I can cut pretty aggressively on 2,700. Not many of you can probably do that. You probably have to be around like 22, 2,300. If everything works out perfectly with your diet, with your sleep, with your training. That's what I would aim for, depending on where you're at and your size and your height. But for me, I understand my body and what I have to do specifically to shred, say, half a pound to 2 pounds a week, which is usually what your goal should be. Ideally, if you're trying to shred slowly and make sure everything's perfect, I'd say probably half a pound to max a pound a week, because you want to maintain as much muscle as possible. So we're gonna go do this workout, get a little warm up in, and then we're gonna do 8 hill sprints. So let's go. Oh, gotta get the hips and the hammies as loose as possible before running, or else you're gonna tweak something 100%. Sprinting is the ultimate test boost, hands down. 200% boost, growth hormone boost, but it's hard. You gotta want it. And I want the test boost. Going crazy. Once it gets nicer out here, it's gonna be even easier and more fun to do these in the sun, which is probably an even crazier test boost. So let's finish these sprints. Hill sprints are no joke. Just completed 8 of them, and that shit was brutal. It's like sprinting is completely different than any other workout. Most workouts in the gym, they're so one-dimensional, either push, pull, maybe some laterals, some squats, like it's all one-dimensional. Sprinting, it's all mechanics. Hips, knees, ankles, everything's being used at once, and it hits your body completely different. I'm gassed after 8 hill sprints, so I'm gonna go do 5,000 steps as a cool off, just for more shreds and everything, and then we're gonna take the group call. But wow, if you haven't done sprinting yet, you need to. 8 hill sprints,
at around 60 to 80 meters. That will get you right. That's pretty much what I do every time. I'll change the distances around sometimes in the rest intervals. Damn, this bird's annoying as shit. But yeah, just high intensity. 20-30 minutes is all it takes, especially if you're a busy guy. Like, you just get in, get out, you sprint, you're done. Just like a 5-10 minute warm-up. Easy as.
So last meal of the day is gonna be the best meal of the day. So, and the only second meal of the day. So we're at like 1,400 calories. So we have about 1,500 calories to eat. Probably a little more, but I'm just gonna underestimate it so I'm not bulking because we wanna cut. So we got 2 sweet potatoes, we got a pound porterhouse, and a 10-ounce New York strip. So we're gonna eat all that in one meal. Now, the way I cook my sweet potatoes is very simple. I set the oven to 400 degrees, I rinse the sweet potatoes off, and I put them in there. And then they'll sit in there for 45 minutes. Once the 45-minute timer goes off, take them out and just eat them. It's as simple as that. People overcomplicate cooking things. If you were busy, 45 minutes before you want to eat, just rinse them off, pop them in at 400 for 45 minutes. Then you cook the beef 10 minutes before you want to eat. You got the beef done, you got the potatoes done. Simple. Doesn't need to be complex. And then what I always do with the steak is I take it out an hour before I'm going to cook it, or 30 minutes before I'm going to cook it, so it can get to room temperature. So we'll take this, got a pound porterhouse wrapped in this bullshit, so we got that. This is grass-fed, finished, pasture-raised beef. And then we got this grass-fed New York strip. I don't know if it's pasture-raised, just got out of store. It's probably not nearly as good quality as this, but it will get the job done. So boom, we let these sit out for about 30 minutes. Once they sit out, we pat them dry, add salt right before, and then we're gonna toss it on the iron skillet. So I'll catch you tossing these on.
Okay, so we gotta make this quick because it's starting to rain a little. We got this on. Got the steaks on. High heat, sear, the best kind of way.
So we got 10-ounce New York, 1 pound porterhouse, 2 sweet potatoes with some raw butter, some Ceylon cinnamon, everything seasoned with Redmond's real salt. Final meal of the day. I think I calculated it. I think it's 1,600 calories. I might be wrong. I'll pop it up. But this puts us at around 3K on the day. And maintenance is usually, like, if I didn't do any activity, is like 2,600, but I did sprints today. I did 15,000 steps. So this puts me at 400, 500 calorie deficit, real whole foods, no shakes, no protein bars, just real food. This is how you cut properly so your test is high and you feel amazing without, you know, feeling low energy. Let's cut into the steak. This one should be like pretty rare, but yeah, it's perfect. But yeah, this is the last meal of the day. Nutrient saturated. After this, I think I'm gonna eat like a couple mango slices because I need to get a little bit of fruit in, but I'll still be in a deficit. I'll put the total calories after I eat that, but I'm gonna finish that. I'm gonna finish this, and then I'm gonna cut to when I'm eating that snack, and then we'll go over everything. Just ate that massive meal. only ate one potato, so I'm gonna scratch the other potato off the total of the calories. And we're finishing the day with some frozen organic mangoes. These taste insane. If you haven't eaten frozen fruit yet, please, please, please start. It's a cutting cheat code. That's all I can say. This tastes really good. But that concludes the full day of working out, eating, what I do on a Sunday. Successful Sunday, calorie deficit, got work done, got some calls done, and we're gonna head into Monday full head of steam. That's how you gotta be. Weekends don't exist. Just rolling over every single day, having that momentum, and staying consistent. Staying consistent is the name of the game. For me, putting in the work, eating consistently, training consistently. For you watching this, eating consistently, training consistently, putting in the work, we're the exact same person. We're the exact same person. And if you can replicate these things that I'm doing into your own life, because obviously we don't live the same schedule, but if you can keep that consistency, keep that discipline every single day, you're gonna be shredded. We're all gonna be 8%, 6% body fat over the summer, looking insane, because this is for the people who want it bad enough. But with that being said, we hit 2,900 calories today. That's a successful day because we probably burned 700 to 1,000 with the sprinting and the walking. So that was successful. And we're gonna build off that one tomorrow, because that's what you gotta do over and over and over again. Keep that consistency. I see it every day. I see it with my clients. I see it with everything. If you can't keep that consistency, it's never gonna work out. You get that momentum for a little bit, but then you fall back when you have a couple of days that don't pay off, or you put in the work for a couple of days and you don't see the result till, I don't know, couple weeks, couple months. Like, people don't understand. You have to put in the work every single day for it to actually pay off months in advance. The same thing goes with my social media. I'll post 2 times every single day, and then maybe my effort will be paid off in a couple months when the people who see those videos eventually become clients, or whatever it may be, or one of those videos eventually goes viral. You can't just think, oh, if I'm gonna do the work, I need the results right away. No, that's not how it works. And the reason so many people fail is because they have that mentality. They think, if I put in the work for a couple of days, it's gonna pay off in a couple of days, and then I'm just gonna build off that momentum. No, you gotta put it in every single day, no matter what, rain, shine, effortless, every single day. Because if you do that every single day, you're gonna build up, and you're gonna build that discipline to stay consistent, because that's what people can't do. And if you're looking for someone to keep you accountable, keep you consistent, so that you can unlock your dream physique this summer, book a call with me in the description of this video, and I'll see if you're a good fit for this one-on-one coaching. But with that being said, like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.